Time is the most precious resource we possess, yet it's often the one we take for granted. Imagine a boy named Arjun, living in a quiet village where each day seemed to pass without urgency. Arjun was known by all as someone who preferred comfort over challenge, leisure over ambition. He loved sitting under the shade of a large banyan tree, watching clouds drift lazily across the sky, and daydreaming about grand achievements he would someday accomplish. But as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Arjun's dreams remained just that, unrealized, suspended in a future that never seemed to arrive. Arjun's mornings began with the sun already high, its warmth urging him to rise, but the allure of a soft bed always won. While the other children hurried off to school, eager to learn and discover, Arjun lingered, convincing himself that he could catch up later. His mother would gently remind him, "Arjun, time waits for no one. The opportunities of today may not return tomorrow." Yet, he shrugged off her words, believing he had all the time in the world. One afternoon, Arjun overheard his friends discussing a contest being held in the village, a chance to win a scholarship by presenting a project about the importance of time. The prize was an opportunity to study in the city, opening doors to a brighter future. Excitement buzzed among the children, each eager to participate. But Arjun hesitated. He told himself he would start working on his project tomorrow. Days passed, and Arjun continued to procrastinate. With every passing day, the deadline loomed closer, but he felt no urgency. He watched as his friends researched, discussed ideas, and rehearsed their presentations late into the evening. Arjun's project remained an idea in his mind, untouched and undeveloped. He reassured himself, "I'll do it. There's still time." Yet deep down, he knew tomorrow rarely brings the motivation that today offers. On the night before the contest, Arjun finally sat at his desk, papers scattered, pen poised. He tried to force ideas onto the page, but his mind was blank. The words did not flow, and the inspiration he had expected failed to materialize. Exhausted and frustrated, he realized that the time he thought he had was gone. The next morning, the village hall buzzed with excitement. The children presented their projects, stories, experiments, and heartfelt speeches about the value of time. Arjun sat quietly, watching as the judges applauded his friends. When his turn came, he stood before the audience, his voice barely a whisper. He spoke about how he intended to make something great, but he had waited too long. His presentation was incomplete, and the opportunity slipped away. After the contest, Arjun walked home, his shoulders heavy with regret. He reflected on the weeks he had wasted, the moments he had let slip by. For the first time, he understood the truth behind his mother's words. Time is not promised to anyone, and once lost, it cannot be reclaimed. Determined to change, Arjun decided to face each day with purpose. He began rising early, helping his family, and dedicating himself to his studies. He no longer waited for tomorrow, but seized each moment as it came. Challenges no longer intimidated him, and he found satisfaction in completing tasks promptly. Slowly, Arjun's reputation in the village changed. He was no longer the boy of endless dreams and empty promises, but someone who acted, who valued the hours and minutes he was given. His story became a lesson for others. Younger children looked up to him, inspired by his transformation. Whenever someone in the village felt the urge to procrastinate, they remembered Arjun's journey, the pain of missed opportunities, and the joy of newfound purpose. Laziness is a silent thief. It steals from us not only time, but the potential to grow, to achieve, and to experience the fullness of life. It convinces us that there is always another day, another chance. But the truth is, moments lost to indifference are moments we cannot recover. The greatest achievements are built on the foundation of consistent effort and respect for time. If you find yourself delaying your dreams, telling yourself that someday you'll begin, remember Arjun's story. Ask yourself what you could accomplish if you valued each minute. What opportunities might you seize? What goals might you reach? If you decided to act today instead of waiting for tomorrow. Time is impartial and unyielding. It moves forward, regardless of whether we use it wisely or waste it away. The difference between success and regret lies in our choices, whether we rise to meet the day or allow laziness to anchor us in place. Value your time. Start now. Every moment matters, and every step you take today shapes the future you will live tomorrow. Don't let the comfort of idleness rob you of your dreams. Transform your intentions into actions, and let your story be one of purpose, commitment, and achievement. For when you value your time, you value your life itself.